Welcome to World Skeet in San Antonio, Texas!
1 year ago, I came to Texas to shoot the World Skeet Championships for the very first time.
Come back.
And next time,
Dominate.
you're gonna get it. I believe.
I'd done a touch of skeet back home. I didn't know the rules. I didn't know the people, and I certainly didn't know what I was doing.
Pull.
But somewhere between the targets, the sunshine, and the laughter, I got hooked. So this year, I came back for more. Same place, same targets, same event, but a whole new goal. To dig deeper, learn more, and maybe even shoot a decent score. Now, for those who've never seen this game before, here's a quick rundown. 2 trap houses, 1 high and 1 low, with 7 shooting stations in a half circle around them. Station A is placed halfway between the 2 houses, bang in the middle of the circle. A single round of skeet is 25 targets. If you miss, you reshoot that miss. If you go all the way around clean, you finish with 2 low 8s. Each station has its own sequence, which you learn pretty quick. All round pretty simple, right? Yeah, that's what I thought last year too. Skeet is fast, precise, and just the right amount of frustrating. You need focus, discipline, timing, and a sense of humor, usually all at once.
I mean, yeah, but look at those cars.
And because it's been a while since I last shot a proper round of skeet, I figured I'd better start the week properly with a warm-up alongside my skeet coach, Kaylee Lawson.
We're back, baby.
It's been a year.
It's been one of the quickest years of my life.
It's gone by very fast.
Have you shot a bit?
Shot a handful. Kind of took the season like I have the past few years. Do about 5 shoots a year. I'm ready. I'm excited.
You know the real thing? I bend my knees for sporting now. I'm one of those.
You bend your knees now?
I know.
Oh
I
my
know.
gosh. Each round you have view pairs just like you do in sporting clays.
Yeah.
So everybody views them different. Like my squad, lead off likes to take 2 highs and that's it. Some people like to see a high, low, and a pair. Some just a high, a pair. So
I guess that's not really seeing the targets, that's seeing the light, the background, just getting a little read for what is going to get in your way of a 25.
Yep. If it's, windy, seeing how it's affecting the target. Yep. All of it. So on your call.
Pull. Bang. Pull. Bang. It's the first time shooting in this hat. Might not be a lucky hat. I shot German Nationals, I threw a hat in a bin because I shot a 15 out of 25 in a parkour.
It was the hat's fault.
It's the first time I'd ever worn it.
It was the hat's fault.
Put the other hat on, shot a 23.
Do you normally shoot with a hat?
Yeah. You have to, don't you? It's the rules.
So it's just that hat. Bad luck.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope that's
Does that
not
make
the
sense
case.
to you? Makes sense to me.
Let's hope that's not the case.
Pull.
You didn't miss. It's not the hat. Nothing to be scared of. Oh. No bird.
It broke.
It broke.
It broke.
If you're good with it, I'm good with it.
Pull.
Nice.
We're clear off peg 1, Kayla.
You're clear.
Your turn.
I remember last year you were getting to where you were mounting super high and you were losing that bird. And this time you remembered, start lower and it's easier to go up to it.
A lot easier to just move into the bird. Right?
Yep.
I rewatched our video, interestingly, and I watched Schaefer.
And you want to know something
And he
funny?
starts super low on everything.
Yeah. Yeah, he makes great moves, but you want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
High 1 has been my enemy this year. I think
sorry
at
for
Triple
infecting
J
you.
back in April, I think I missed like 10 or 12 of them.
That's like an STI, a shooting transmitted infection.
It was terrible. It was terrible, but I think I got it figured out.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Fast. See, that's why I keep holding the gun so high, because you break it so fast.
Sometimes it doesn't feel like that.
Well, it looks it. I feel like I'm breaking it 10 yards further. and I'm doing it as quick as I can.
Yeah, it's honestly for me, it's really where I set my eyes. And so when I was missing a whole bunch of them, I was setting my hold point for my gun was great, but I was looking super high. So my eyes would catch it a lot faster while I wasn't moving my gun to it because I was picking it up so much faster. So
you had to bring those two together.
Yeah, trying to find that sweet spot. So lowering my eyes a little bit has helped. So
this really is a game of perfection.
pull.
Oh, she's good. Pull. In front.
Remember, these birds on really everywhere, but it's extremely important on 2 and 6 that you set your eyes. So you're throwing your gun up, mounting and instantly calling for pull. Mount, let your eyes adjust, and then call for pull. So give yourself like an extra second for your eyes to set because like you said, these targets are a lot faster than you remember them.
Yeah.
So give yourself an advantage here.
Which is pull. Amazing. Take like a split second.
Just a second.
Just
you
a
just
second.
need a second. Let your eyes adjust.
Yeah. There's not a lot of target to see, so it's kind of nice to just settle.
Yep.
Just settle. Pull.
See, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That is perfect.
No thought. Lots of thought, but no thought.
Don't think, just shoot.
Yeah. All right. There we go. I feel like as long as I remember that when it actually counts.
It's a lot easier said than done. Pull.
Pull.
Dude, that was literally perfect.
I don't think I could do that again, but we're gonna try.
That was literally perfect. You smashed it.
Pull.
Nice. You took it a little bit further, but it was still, I mean, in the middle. Pull.
Pull. Pull.
Nice. Nope. Low house first.
Low house first. Yes, that's a good point. I'm glad you're here. World's a better place with you in it, Kaylee Lawson.
You might have been disappointed.
Pull. I know it wasn't fast. It was broke.
Hey, but you killed them.
Yeah.
They were both dead birds.
Not pretty. We'll take it.
Pull. Pull.
Pull. Pull. Pull.
Pull.
Nice. Pull.
Crushed it.
Pull.
Pull.
Just another 25. Just another.
If only I could do that every time in competition when it matters.
Yeah, well, maybe you should try like talking and laughing more in the middle of a station.
I think so too.
Yeah, should get the right squad around you who also doesn't mind occasionally sacrificing their scores for a good time.
Yep, I agreed.
And then also,
I
you're
have
also
a
going to be
great.
better for it.
I have a great squad. We typically crack jokes the whole time, majority of the time. So.
That's good.
Okay, well you didn't shoot terrible.
No, a couple of bogey birds.
I think you struggled on 2, but
Just
I think
a
you
retiming
started
issue.
overthinking it. But once you got around, I feel like last year you struggled a little bit on 5 and 6,
Yeah,
and
massively.
you, with the little tweaks, I mean, you nailed those. So I think we worked on high 2, and I think you're going to be ready to rock and roll for tomorrow.
I'm excited. I'll probably change guns for tomorrow just so I've got an excuse, but
Okay.
maybe not. Maybe we'll make an intelligent adult decision, Kaylee.
You got it. You got it. I'm confident. Let's do some more. Let's do a couple more rounds and get you tuned in.
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
Whew, getting hot.
After a few rounds with K-Law shaking the rust off, it was time to switch things up. I put the K80 down and wandered over to the Blazer store. Last time I was here, I learnt that every gun is slightly different and that you need to try a few to find the one that moves the best for you. The lure of a new gun is hard to resist, especially when you know exactly what you're chasing. In Skeet, the gear is so personal. Fit, balance, sight picture, every single part has to feel right. Cause unlike sporting, there's not much chance to adapt or to change the plan once you've called pull. This trip, I had my eyes on just 3 or 4 guns that I knew could get me closer to that dream of a 25 straight. I'd even brought my FBX stock all the way from Germany because when a gun fits you, it's just like an old pair of boots, and I had no intention for starting from scratch when I had a custom stock ready to go.
What I think is, so with sporting, right, I think there's like a bit of a recipe and most people are inside that. With Skeet, I've seen whatever helped them hit their first 100
absolutely.
is the only thing they'll shoot for the rest of the time.
That looks good. Throw on my shoulder. If you see this right here, and you're looking at this right here, that bottom bead is to be stacked like a figure 8, right?
It's about right.
Is it?
Yeah, that's where I'd want it for a beaded gun.
Yeah, that looks pretty good, man. I mean, I like that a lot. I think that fits you well.
With a 32-inch barrel and action clicked into place, I was on my way up to meet John Barnes, 2024 World Skeet HOA winner and all-round top bloke.
John Barnes, the champion of 2024. I need your help.
You do? What do you mean?
Yeah, don't say it so matter-of-factly. Yes, I do. Peg 2 and Peg 6 are really proving to be an issue for me, and you're really, really good. And maybe a little bit more my stat. Kaylor's great, but she's so fast. I'm not. I'll take any advice at this point, especially from someone with actual skill.
I'm really kind of surprised to hear that because I've never heard of anybody having any trouble with Station 2 or Station 6, or Peg 2, Peg 6, as you said.
Yeah, I mean, where do people have problems? What's the
Normally, high 2 and low 6, exactly the spots that you're talking about.
Okay, that makes me feel better. Why?
Well, it's tough to see. It's a tight shot. You have to react to it quickly. You have to be smooth. You have to shoot doubles on both of those stations. So you have to take your first target at the right time to set up for the second target that's coming. So
there's a pressure to shoot it quick, which isn't pleasant.
You don't have to be overly quick. It's a balancing act to find that right balance and shoot it in the right spot. And you want to make a good gun movement. You have a tendency to want to move the gun really, really fast at them. And that's not always necessarily the case that you're going to need to. It's really about seeing the target.
Okay, I'm scared. Can I watch you do a couple?
You're scared?
Of course I'm scared. I'm scared.
Pull. Pull. If you look too far back, you're not going to see anything but a blur. Well, you want to try to look out a little bit further than that so you can see more of a target. It might be the flash of the target. And you want to be able to see it where you're seeing a solid target before you pull the trigger. And now that does happen pretty quickly.
Incredibly quickly.
But another way to think about it too, you have 42 yards to break 2 targets if you're shooting this pair. They fly for, a few seconds a piece, so you have more than enough time to get it done.
Pull. Pull. Just creak off. That's all it was. Interesting, I think me resting my eyes, my gun drifted back a bit, or at least that's how it felt. And then I definitely wasn't awake enough to get the gun moving.
What I think about is I go back to the hold point. Okay, I'm at the hold point. Let my eyes refocus, go.
Okay, so it's just really focus on process.
Yeah.
Pull. Perfect.
Can't center them up much better than that.
Just timing.
Just
timing.
Timing and seeing the target.
Yeah, I jumped that first one quite horrifically.
You did, but the second one, that was a beautiful move and you crushed it.
But yeah, just again, inherently, I think there's something in that waiting period that you still have to remain ready. I think I definitely just was like, yeah, I got this.
Yep.
Pull.
When you said that you're having trouble with Peg 2 and 6, I assumed it was the high house and then the low house over here.
Yeah, that makes sense, right?
Yeah, that's normally the tougher targets.
The pressure target.
So I shoot them just a little bit differently than some other people do too. In Skeet, almost everybody, you'll notice everybody's really, really locked into the gun.
Yeah.
On low 6, I'm actually doing a little bit of a soft mount.
Just to be able to see it
just
better?
So I can get a better look at it. And I am probably one of very few people that is using that method. I didn't even know that I did this until some of my friends were kind enough to point it out to me and said, man, why do you take your headway off the gun when you're shooting low 5 and low 6? And I said, what are you talking about? They said, oh yeah, every time you get into the gun and then you just kind of lift your head up right before you shoot.
And that begets you having to hold the gun so low on the line, which I'm certainly what Ken was doing with me earlier, which helps you see it, but there's maybe a better way or a different way. There's no better way.
Again, the better way is whatever works for you. and everybody's a little bit different just in how you see the bird, where you're going to break it. I mean, we all have to accomplish the same task in the end, but whatever works for you. And generally, you're looking for whatever requires the least amount of effort to be able to do it and be able to do it consistently. Pull. Pull. Pull.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even get your head down on the gun. You float it like Joe Fanizzi, like proper
Don't
floating.
tell me that. I feel like I'm getting my head on it.
I mean, it comes a bit closer, but it's nice to watch.
So I've got my gun mounted this way. I roll my eyes back over here, and that's part of why I assume I bring my head up. Again, I didn't know I did that.
Just easier to see.
It's a little easier to see. And then some of my friends were kind enough to point that out to me.
Did that mess you up for a while or not?
I could have killed him. No, I never thought about it before. It was just how I shot. And when they told me about it, I feel like I have my head hammered into the gun the entire time. And then after they told me that, I didn't believe them. One of them took a video and I was like, oh my God, I hate you guys.
Works for you though, man. Works for you.
But now I own it.
Pull.
Man, I don't think you have any problem with low 6.
I ain't saying nothing about gun fit right now, but custom fitted stocks are just...
It makes a big difference.
In a trust game, like I'll get away with sporting, you can get away with just working around. You've got so much time a lot of the time, right? This is a trust thing. You're not looking at the gun, you're literally focused on everything.
You have to have a lot of trust and a lot of confidence in your equipment and yourself and everything that you're doing.
I like it. Skeet choke's the one to go for, right?
Yes, it is.
I feel like we should go to the pattern plate. I know that you're going to hate that, as a man who works with chokes all day long.
We can absolutely go to the patterning board.
Not for long, I don't want to like... But I've heard everyone say you should use everything from a cylinder up to modified, and I guess for the sake of 5 minutes of going to a pattern plate and going bang, 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 oh, let's go spend 5 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
Share this info with the world. In this case, we have 4 chokes of varying tastes that are suitable for skeet. Shall we pattern them?
Let's pattern them, see what they do.
I should start open and go closed.
Start with the open chokes, go tighter.
And you recommend most people do this at some point in their life?
You know, it hurts my soul to say that. But yes, you should be able to go out and test your equipment and actually know what it's doing, know what a pattern is know what a pattern looks like. It'll give you a better concept of what the gun's shooting, where the gun's shooting, the actual overall diameter of your pattern.
How much margin for error you've got.
Right, how much margin for error you have, how dense your pattern is, if it has a really hot core. Most of these chokes aren't going to have a very hot core because we're talking close distance and open chokes. If we were talking about tighter chokes, we would definitely have a lot more core than what we're going to have with these that we're shooting.
Density in the center and a little loose around the outside.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, see, you pace it, I'll pace it too, but you're pacing in metric.
Ah, I've got them European feet.
What'd you come up with?
18 meters.
I came up with 23 yards.
All right. Cylinder first. I'm so skilled at life. You wouldn't have thought I shoot a few thousand shells a year.
Good news for you. It looks like you hit the target.
I mean, I feel good about that. I feel like gun shoot's quite high.
Yeah, it looks like we have some concentration that's favoring the top here. And obviously you can see, like I said earlier, we don't have much core shooting a cylinder choke.
Oh, that's good.
And we've got a couple of holes here. Nothing too big up here. Some of them down here, that's large enough that a target could actually get through there.
But you'd have to be pretty unlucky for a moving target to slip through the entire cloud.
Yes.
We're hoping for a lucky pellet on these edges anyway, right? Hopefully we're going to put that target somewhere in this middle foot circle.
Absolutely. Now if we can figure out how to peel the paper down, we can shoot that skeet.
Are we qualified for this?
I'm not sure. I bet we can manage though. That wouldn't be a bad pattern for skeet at all, and a lot of people do shoot cylinder chokes.
All right, skeet choke.
Well, I do believe you hit the paper again, so
it
we're
feels
off to a
quite
good
good to hit a static target at 20 yards. A little denser.
A lot better here.
Pretty much all inside the circle, majority.
Yep, and this one, you're starting to see a little bit of a core. still not really compared to shooting some very tight chokes. If we're shooting a full, we would be dealing with something about that size.
Yeah, I feel like that might be a challenge before the end of this, a round of skeet with a full.
Hey, let's do it.
I mean, I don't feel like I'm going to win. But
I actually do that sometimes.
Real pretty.
It's fun to do. It's fun to play with.
Next up is IC and LM, improved cylinder and light mod, which is 10 and 15 thou respectively, over nominal bore size-ish.
Correct.
Ish. All right, we're going to start putting the shot in that circle pretty much 100% at this point, I would have thought.
Going to be pretty close to it. The light mod should be. The IC, it might still get kind of close to the edges. Okay, we're definitely starting to see some concentration there.
Yeah, that's a hell of a step up, right? You think between 0 constriction and 5 thou constriction is not a lot. 10 thou, and answer me this. You're the choke man. I've always thought between that 0 and 20 thou is where you see the most difference. Between 20 and 40 thou, it's not so exponential in terms of constriction.
I would say
That's
you're
how I
probably
feel.
correct, and especially at most of the distance that we're routinely shooting a shotgun at, you're probably very correct there. Then if you start to get too tight, you can start to actually blow a pattern and it becomes a point of diminishing return.
Yeah, especially when shooting bigger, chunkier loads, right?
Yep. And if we look at it this time, I mean, obviously we have a lot tighter concentration. Most of our concentration is right around in here, and we have it sort of starting to thin towards the edges.
It's interesting, right? Like suddenly, as you said, we've got a proper concentration in the middle foot.
Yes.
Like,
And
to the point that I'd feel confident shooting at a skeet, but it's less chance. All right, light mod feels quite a lot for skeet.
Light mod will really be quite a bit for skeet. There's going to be very few people that would shoot it. There are some that use it for the second shot on doubles. In shoot-off doubles. I mean, if you're shooting a pair on 2, the second target's going to be right in front of you, and you really don't want to be shooting a light mod there. But at 3, 4, and 5, if you take your second shot a little bit later, having something like a light mod might be a good idea.
Yeah, if you're right on it.
Yeah,
which
if
you
you're
should
spot
be,
on. You should be.
If you're in the shoot-off. All right. Yeah, I mean, that's moving into what? A 20-inch pattern now?
Yep, pretty close to it. I mean, your concentration, you're really right in there.
18 inches, really.
Yeah, very few flyers that we're seeing outside of that.
It's a beautiful sporting clays pattern.
It is.
It's probably what I'd be looking for. But given the speed and ferocity of what we saw up there, and given that when you're shooting that too high too, it's not 20 yards away, it's like 15. But so it feels.
You're probably at about 16, 17 yards if you're breaking a high 2 in the right spot.
I mean, it's not bad, I just wouldn't want it in an ideal world.
Now, that'd be a little much choke for most singles and everything, and really for a lot of people's preference, even shooting pairs in a shoot-off, this would be a little bit on the tight side, but some people do go that tight.
Hey, look, we'll go and shoot a couple with a full choke at some point this week.
Absolutely, you just let me know when.
Thank you, mate. That was really fascinating stuff.
Oh, you're welcome.
You know, the man in me, that deep lizard brain's like, shoot this one. You're good enough, shoot this one. I'm not. We've established I'm not.
As the sun started dropping, the sound of guns didn't stop. The shoot-offs here happen every evening near Vendors Row. Some are quick affairs with a handful of shooters, and some, the big ones, draw crowds into the main stadium to watch the best of the best run box after box. Like I said, I was really bitten by this event and sport last year. And if you'd asked me before attending whether I'd enjoy an evening sat watching skeet shoot-offs, the answer would have been no. How wrong I would have been. And regardless of whether you win or lose, whether you're running 25s or dropping half your targets, everyone still ends up at the same place, having dinner, a beer, and plenty of laughs. And that is the true essence of skeet. It's serious when you want it to be, but not one bit when you don't. Given the evenings are quite the affair, it's honest to say that skeet is not an early bird sport. Although honestly, it's mostly just due to light being super harsh first thing in the morning. And in a game where you need to shoot 100 straight, having that perfect light really matters. This early start thing was kinda lucky, because the night before I'd forgotten to sort a gun for the next day, and with a 9:30 rotation approaching, I still had no gun in my hand. Dropping into Krieghoff, they sorted me out with a 32-inch parkour. The gun I'd used with Kaylor was a classic Skeet setup, perfect for learning, but this, a gun I'm much more familiar with, felt just like home.
We got a gun, we got some ammo. Let's go remember how to do this. Let's find the coach. All right, time for the first 100. I am ready enough.
Good, good.
Good warm up yesterday. One remembers that this is a much harder game than it appears on the face of it to be good at.
Having a good setup, a good plan before you hit the station is a good attack. But like you said, different approach for each station, each target. But you gotta be consistent, you know, have your game plan and do your thing.
Let's see if we can break like 85.
Well, break the first one.
I hate you. I hate you. That's like a curse.
From my limited experience, the first round always tells you how the day is gonna go, and this one started with nerves. New gun, a new feel, but the same old brain trying to keep up. I had a few silly misses early on, but I counted it as learning the gun. Halfway round the skeet field, I could feel it settling in. The mount, the balance, and the timing were slowly getting just right. And for the first time, I felt like I had a good enough grasp of the game to actually work the targets properly, not just react to them. Even the ones that slipped past me, I understood why. That in itself was a massive confidence boost.
Oh. Okay, 22 out of 25 is not bad. I don't hate that. That's a good enough start. Shouldn't have missed that low 8. That was, I think, a defeatist attitude sneaking in the end. And that station 2, that gets me all the time. I'm happy with how I shot station 6. Usually that's also a bit of a issue for me and maybe others, I don't know. I think we're gonna go and work on that later. I think it's probably, there's definitely room for improvement there. For now, we've got another 25, and then another 25, another 25. It's hard not to carry those misses, I swear down. It's an interesting game, this. It's not like sporting. I forget a miss in sporting like that. This, it sits with you the whole round going, well, this isn't a 25. But it's early days, it's fine. We've got all week. Just gonna try and not make it a big deal in my head again. I do, this is good sport. Let's go and make some jokes and act a fool.
The second box was all about focus. Everything John and Kaylor had taught me was running through my head. Stay in your rhythm, don't rush, and whatever you do, don't miss. I used what I'd learned about the gun's movement and went to work. Station 1, clean. 4 perfect hits on 2. Singles on 3, 4, and 5, all in the bank. I was feeling good, confident but not cocky. I take my targets a little later than the pros do, which gives me just that tiny bit more time to see the bird. But as the pros say, it's not about being flashy, it's about not missing. On station 6, I clipped the first low target by a whisper, but it counted in the bank. The rest of that station and station 7 was clean. Walking out to station 8, I was nervous. The whole squad felt tense, or maybe that was just me. As the trigger sear broke, the high 8 turned to dust, and we all turned for the low target. Honestly, I don't know what happened here. I could tell you that I could barely breathe, barely swallow, and barely think. And I know that this isn't a hard target and that I just built up the 25 in my head to a bit of a monster mountain. But when I called pull and that bird didn't break, disappointment isn't a strong enough word for what I and the rest of the squad felt.
I mean, I was shaking going in there. Have you got any fatherly advice?
Yeah, this is all for fun, and just for, if you miss, it's nobody's gonna take nothing away from you. You're still gonna hit steaks tonight, so just relax, do what you know to do, and
Don't miss.
Don't miss.
Don't miss that one.
That one.
Don't miss at the end. Miss at the beginning.
That's right.
Much
That's
nicer, then you don't have to worry.
Just
It's much more relaxing when you've got like a 23 on the board from the start.
Just take your time. Get ready.
And we're happy. Just,
Get ready.
I genuinely thought that was it.
That was close. That's about as close as you could get.
It was as close as you could get.
Going into round 3, the nerves were real. The whole squad knew it, I could feel them knowing it, and I obviously knew it. Everyone on the squad wanted me to get it done, and that somehow made it worse. I stuck to my pre-shot routine like glue. No shortcuts, no rushing, and the targets kept crunching. Each one chipped away at the pressure from that missed low 8, replaced by a kind of tunnel vision I don't get very often. By the time we reached Station 7, I was half running on instinct.
Pull. Pull. Pull.
I walked out onto Station 8 straight once again and put that high one into the bank. Here we go again, I said to myself, aiming the gun just outside of the hole. The only thing I could say to myself was, don't miss now. And I didn't.
Pull.
Awesome.
Boys, thank you so much.
Finally, a 25 straight. I don't think a 25 has ever felt that good.
Go, Johnny.
Hey,
You did it. Lifted. You can go back to England now.
Oh mate, I've got a little bit wet in the eyes. The stress is finally over. Thanks, boys, for the support.
Just reached your first milestone, major milestone in skeet. You broke the 25. I think you set that out as a goal, and you just accomplished it.
I'm very happy to finally accomplish it after training from some of the best in the world and shooting a few hundred targets. But yeah, I'll tell you what, the stress of being just here shooting 25, I guess that's nothing next to a shoot-off, right?
Yeah,
But it's next levels.
Next level, but that's kind of the game of skeet. It's the same targets everywhere you go, but it's really the repetitiveness and consistency that makes the great shooters. So they can handle that pressure when they get there to 6, 7, and 8, close out the deal. But you did a phenomenal job.
Thank you. That last target, I don't think I could have broke it any later. There was a moment I was like,
Yeah, you got
pull the trigger.
You got close to the boundary there, but you're definitely a safe shot. You're good.
It broke, mate. It's broke. Oh, thanks, guys. Can we go home now? I don't even have much to say, to be honest, mate. Like, I'm made up. And I know it's like a pretty pathetic achievement in the grand scheme of things. No, it's not a pathetic achievement. It's actually a really important achievement in the world of skeet. And it's been quite a bane, right? It's been a while trying to finally come here. Spent a bit of time setting that gun up this morning, so we literally rolled in with 1 minute to go. Never shot it before. 22, sloppy 22. Really started to remember everything I'd been taught. You can't ever drop focus. And these targets, as we said, they're not wildly stimulating or hard, but every single one of them needs to be shot with the perfect move, the perfect plan, your perfect move and your perfect plan. And I'm only just starting to find that level of how I'm comfortable breaking them. Pressure's off now. Let's go shoot like a 19 or something, yeah?
By round 4, I'll be honest, I had checked out mentally. After finally shooting a 25, I was smiling, chatting, and generally being a lot more myself, a less focused competitor on the field. And it showed in the scores. I shot a comfortable 21, but I didn't care one bit. After chasing that perfect round for so long, I was happy just to enjoy it. And what a squad to do it with. Yeah, you don't talk as much and joke as much as you do around a sporting course, but you know what? Everybody here has your back. Nobody here wants to see you miss, and it's a different type of fraternity to what I'm used to. It's not often you find a group that roots for you like that. That day reminded me of why I love this sport. It's the people, the banter, the pressure, and those rare moments where everything goes right.
I'm really proud of you to miss in the second box and then come back and complete the goal. That was, the whole squad was like pumped for you. And
that is just the energy of the squad, the silence there.
No, I mean, they knew the devastation when you miss, you know, to come that close and miss, you know. It's not just a miss, it was on that final pad, and then to come around and achieve the goal, like, that was a special moment.
It felt good. It felt so good that I then went and shot a 21. That gun was moving so fast. I was so excited coming off the back of it. I would have been happy to walk away. It would have been better if I'd walked away.
No, but congrats, man.
No,
That's
thank
awesome.
you very much. It's been a long-ish journey getting there, right?
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah, a lot of targets, a lot of frustration. But I think there's, like anything, right? It takes a while to just find your way.
Yep.
And then all the right scenarios to actually pay enough attention, because that's clearly it, right? Because I could hit 25 and then I shot a 21 just by not paying enough attention.
Yeah.
It's remarkable.
Yeah.
All of that pre-shot routine talk, the 100% guaranteed moves, every single thing, seeing the target at the right time, letting your eye settle. If you do all those things, it's there.
Yes.
And if you let a tiny piece, there's like 10 stages on each pad that you have to do mentally. One goes and you've lost a target, and it's done forever then.
Plus you have the referee, you know, which is a vital piece of being consistent so you can get in a good rhythm.
And every ref's slightly different, I guess.
Right.
Different energies, different buttoning. I mean, similar, of course, but it's just going to be a different vibe on every course.
Certainly that's, you know, when you want for a quality referee, you know, the rule book allows for up to 1 second, but consistency in the pull is really what they want. So if they're on the initial pull, they want that every target, not a variation of, hey, I'm going to be on the 0.1 or I'm going to be on the 1 second.
So that's part of when people see targets, I guess, is they're actually seeing what the ref's buttoning like as well. I never even thought about that. So they could work out their tempo.
Right.
Yeah, interesting. Mate, that's super cool.
If there's
I got you.
no pot of gold at the end of this here rainbow, no record man, you'll never own my song. My craft is my profession, my passion is tradition. When words will die, this song keeps living on.
The 12 gauge event here is a 200 bird race running over 2 days, and is counted as a 12 gauge world championship. Given that the best of the best are here, there was a good number of 200 straights, and each of these guys went out onto the main stadium to shoot off. These shoot-offs are not done on singles, but are done on double skeet from stations 3, 4 and 5, which is something I'll have to move on to one day when I'm good enough to stand up there. That night, it was Rocky Romo who owned the show, the 2025 12 gauge world champion.
I am on top of the world. This is just beyond an accomplishment that I've always dreamed of. It comes down to a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, in all sincerity. I mean, I've cried many times because I didn't make the cut, and I've cried because I had made the cut. It's just a lot of work that goes into this game. It's kind of scary in the beginning. You'll get up there, get your nerves out, but then once you start getting acquainted with that stuff, it just comes naturally. You just focus.
After watching the shoot-offs the night before, I couldn't help wondering how these top shooters keep it together when it really matters. It's evident from my performance that everyone can break clays and you can get to a decent level pretty quick, but doing it when there's a crowd, a camera and everything on the line, that must be different. So I spent the next morning searching out the best of the best to answer that question.
You having a good week?
I am.
I mean, it's a bit late for that now, I suppose.
Yeah. I've had a good time here.
Have you had a good season?
Yeah, I've had a great season. Great season. One for the books. One I'll remember for sure.
I guess it's one of those sports that you are just going to have blips of quality as you go through, right? Once you hit a certain level, it's just about your life being in a good place for the year to be able to have a good year.
I would say shooting's more like it's kind of like a big algorithm. Everybody has highs and low spots. You know, some shooters, you know, their highs and lows are a little bit different than, you know, other people's, but not everybody's always going to have their greatest day or anything. They're going to have their bad moments for sure.
So I feel like I'm still very much at the beginning of my career, but I also now feel like I'm okay. I'm all right. I feel like I can confidently go out and shoot a 23 or a 24 without too much stress. It's not so much luck as it was last year.
Yeah.
At what point, or how, more importantly, do you go from being competent to great?
When you are trying to break or go after scores that are, say, higher than your average or higher than what you're normally used to breaking consistently, the biggest thing I've always known is just go back to your fundamentals and basics. And while you're out there on the field, you know, concentrate on those fundamentals and basic parts of shooting and what gets the target broke. You know,
it's not magic, right?
It's not magic at all. You know, you gotta go back to those basics and concentrate and make sure you're doing all of your fundamentals right and focus on the next target you're shooting rather than focusing on your grand score.
An overriding thing I've got this week is that it's not complicated, but you cannot miss a single step.
That's right.
Nothing.
Right.
Not one single one.
One little step is a huge step in this game. I mean, yeah, it may seem like something so small that you're forgetting, but you got to make sure you provide every piece of the puzzle in order to make it complete.
What do you love about Skeet? Why Skeet?
It is just a fantastic community. I travel a lot for work and also now for skeet shooting. So everywhere I go, I know people, and it's just people are very welcoming. They'll share ammo, they'll lend you guns if your gun breaks, and it's just, you love to shoot well, but even if you don't shoot well, it's just a great time hanging out with really good people.
How did that career path go? How quickly were you addicted? How quickly were you sitting on podiums?
So mine was a little bit unique because I started when I was a cadet at West Point, and then I joined the military, and so I ended up getting deployed a couple times, and so that obviously interrupted skeet shooting a little bit. And so I had a couple years break in there, but since 2015, when I went to the Armed Forces Skeet Championship, I was hooked. Those guys were awesome. They were a lot of fun, a lot of camaraderie, but also a lot of heckling during the shoot-offs, which is always fun. And so ever since about 2015, I've shot consistently, except for, like I said, a couple of the years when I was deployed. So.
How many rounds do you need to put down range to be good?
Oh, that's a really loaded question. I think it varies for every single shooter, because I've heard some say they want to practice every day or every weekend, and I've heard others say, hey, I don't want to practice that much because you get too tired. So I really think, kind of like your shooting stance and your gun, it really depends on the person, and I think you have to figure out what works for you. For me, with a full work schedule, I don't get to practice as much as I would like, but I am trying to get more and more practice in as I can. So I'm actually one person that has never really had formal lessons, and I would love to, but I've never had formal lessons, but I've had some great people along the way, like Fred Shantz and Sam Armstrong and those guys that'll, you know, give me quick tips at different shoots, and so I very much appreciate that. But I know that a lot of shooters say that lessons really are really beneficial as is having a coach, and so that's something I would like to do eventually and find somebody that could help me along the way.
Yeah, I feel like having a coach more than having like lessons seems sensible, because everybody here sees the target so differently.
Sure.
Everybody shoots it so differently. It's about someone who knows you well enough and your style to notice when things aren't going right. Because once you can drill 100, it's just about having someone who can keep you at that level.
Very true.
Stop you doing something stupid.
Yeah. Well, and they get to know you well enough, so like you said, they can say, oh, I see you're off on this day, on this station, and here's how you can tweak it. So you're exactly right. I agree.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
So it's not strength or reflexes or even talent or luck that gets you through. It's focus, repetition, and a good amount of self-belief. Watching the shoot-offs every night, you see it in real time. Every heartbeat, every pause before a call, it's about regulating the calm and the chaos. Throughout my day of education, I'd spotted signs all over the complex. Signs saying that Annie Oakley's guns were in the museum. Obviously, being a gun lover, I couldn't wait to get in there.
I have been excited to see this. Annie Oakley's actual gun.
Yeah, and Johnny, this is the gun that she used in her exhibition performances with the Buffalo Bill Wild West show.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
So it is a Parker, a higher grade Parker shotgun, and she was known for shooting Parkers. And Annie was born Phoebe Ann Moses in Ohio. And at an early age, she was out there hunting for food for the family, and she would
came
just
from
never
like
miss.
the dirt, right?
Yeah, exactly. And she would never miss. And soon she got the name of Annie and then Oakley, and she became obviously a shooting legend. The 5'1" Annie Oakley, and her nickname was Little Miss Sure Shot.
I mean, this is quite the gun, though. I picked it up, I'm like, that's a proper, I hesitate to say the word, it's a proper modern feeling gun. It's big, it's heavy, it's got a big wide rib, high in the stock, the works.
Right, and it is a double trigger model, and a lot of people have commented that it does seem a little long for a shooter that was 5'1", but the back trigger is just about right for somebody 5'1", but clearly she knew how to use it.
I was going to say, I expect you wouldn't say that to her face, would you?
No, I would not say that to her face.
She was quite good outside of the exhibition world as well, right? She was a skeet shooter.
She was a skeet shooter. She did attend the Grand American in Ohio one time, because that's where she was from. But yeah, she was incredible, and she was in a lot of advertising. She became a folk hero to a lot of people growing up at that age.
Yeah, definitely a name that is synonymous with shooting, strangely, right?
And she would also do a lot of the glass target balls as part of that exhibition, and she would fill them with feathers. And her signature was a wax seal on the top of the target ball with AO on it. And that's how you could tell they were authentic Annie Oakley target balls.
And when was this?
This would have been in the late 1800s, early 1900s. This particular shotgun, this Parker, was made in the late 1800s, and it is on the bottom of the grip cap, Annie Oakley, 1901.
These little details, the sort of thing you used to see on a Parker.
It is the classic. You couldn't see her shooting an Italian gun. She was the classic American shooter, and so she had to shoot an American-made gun.
Awesome, man. And from a museum perspective, I understand this is going to be one of the last times we see it like this.
This will be the last time that it looks like this, because we are proud to say that the DuPont Museum is about to enter to an expansion phase with a new Hall of Fame wing, which we will be starting later this year.
It's definitely getting a bit full.
It's getting to be full. In fact, we do not have everything on exhibit that we have to show simply because of a lack of space.
Well, we keep making history.
We're going to make it better and bigger.
So
that's right. So when you come back next year, it's going to look better.
I'm looking forward to it. I presume we're not allowed to shoot this.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, if I had Babe Ruth's bat, I probably would not go out and hit a few balls with it. So we're probably not going to shoot it, but just imagine that it would be quite the experience if we did.
I'm going to do some imaginary shooting.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's definitely on the bucket list. How cool would that be?
By the time the last targets are broken for the day, the sound of gunfire fades. But the laughter does not. This is the part of the day I love the most here, because it's where the real Skeet family comes alive. Every night across the complex, you'll find people sitting around in little groups, talking, grilling, swapping stories, or even comparing scores and ideas. Some head back to the RV park where someone's always got a barbecue going or drink to offer. And then of course there's Canadian night. One of the pavilions turns into a sea of red shirts, cold beer, and hospitality that could make anyone feel at home. It doesn't matter if you're a first timer or a Hall of Famer, everyone's welcome and everyone wants to share stories and time. That is what makes this sport special. It's just so welcoming. There is of course a more formal side of socializing, in the form of the annual Hall of Fame banquet. There's cocktails, 3 courses, speeches and awards, all wrapped up in the same spirit of friendship that fills the RV parks. It's the one night of the year where dusty boots meet dinner jackets and nobody blinks an eye. For newcomers, it's a chance to meet the legends of the game. For the old hands, it's a chance to welcome the next generation. And that's kind of the thread that runs through all of Skeet. No matter who you are or where you come from, there's always a seat at the table.
Underground, and all I ever wanted was to make it out alive. I've got outlaws on my trail and a chicken store to sell. They're coming down here looking for...
As the week goes on, the calibers get smaller. 12s to 20s and now the 28s. Most sports look a little bit intimidating from the outside. Starting can be scary. How hard's it gonna be? How expensive is it gonna be? And although we know this is one of the most welcoming sports in the world, that's because we're part of it. So I met up with Jessica Wolf from the NSSA to discuss how easy this sport is to join.
One thing that sticks out for skeet for me is that the barrier to entry is incredibly low. You can come and be really good with not massive investment and not massive excursions into the world. All you need is a skeet field.
Correct.
And a gun.
I've seen everything from pump guns to your fancy Kohlers or Krieghoffs, or you can come out and do anything as long as you put your mind to it.
Yeah.
It's not about the arrow, it's about the Indian.
Yeah, more so than sporting by quite the degree, right? Sporting, you need a more versatile gun. You need one you know how it moves and you don't ever change.
That's correct.
Ever.
So I started out with a Beretta 687 Diamond Pigeon. Loved it, but it was kind of heavy. It actually ended up breaking on me. So I borrowed a 686 from somebody I know, and long story short, I was shooting it better, and I was like, hey, can I just buy it off of you? So,
you're not having it back.
And it was $2,000 later, a gun and tubes, and I've been shooting it ever since and been shooting it pretty well.
Yeah, that's very reasonable, isn't it?
Yeah.
$2,000 for a gun that's capable of breaking hundreds.
Correct.
So there you have it. You don't need a wallet full of cash or a custom fitted gun to break your first clay. And that is the beauty of skeet. Anyone can walk in, give it a try, and be part of it. Of course, the best equipment and best fitted guns still earn their place at the top. But even if you're shooting on a budget, you can compete at a serious level for a modest investment. It's most definitely not a sport reserved for the elite. It's a sport that makes room for everyone. Given that I don't own a 28 gauge, I needed to find one, and I couldn't think of a better place to stop than Kohler. Their guns had been in the hands of top shooters all over the grounds, and for good reason. They are built right here in the USA, from the machining to the fitting, and they've earned a reputation for being just about indestructible. Walking in, I was met by Sean Mainland, who kindly lent me his personal gun. A quick blue tape alteration to the fit, a quick visit to the ammo barn once again for some more shells, and we headed to the bottom of the complex, the stretch of fields known as the Dirty Dozen.
This is a 12 gauge, essentially. Well, it's not, it's a carrier barrel and it's got 28 gauge tubes. And we spoke about these last year, but it's my first experience shooting a 28 gauge version. It took a little adjustment. It did take a little adjustment. You got a little bit more front end weight there, but breaking the target's pretty much the same. You know, with those little 3/4 ounce 21 gram loads, the brakes are pretty solid. Like there's not so much of a disadvantage as there was with 410 last year, for sure. What I find the most interesting thing though is the real reason they have carry barrels or barrel sets, because actually adjusting from gun to gun in a game that's all about perfection is hard. You're not shooting pictures, you're shooting rhythm and timing in a gun that moves differently, a gun that appears that the target has different lead. That can be because of rib height, rib size, stock shape, stock size, where your head sits, how much of the target you're seeing can affect it. And what I found out there is doing stuff that should have guaranteed a break based on the timing of the gun I was shooting just beforehand wasn't working. And so every new gun does take a little understanding, hence a carrier barrel removes another mental aspect of this game, or barrel sets, make this whole thing just a little bit easier. And easier is better. 28 gauge to go and shoot down on the dozen. A little nervous? I'm less nervous, I've got 25 in the bank now. Who cares? I'm gonna shoot 20s, I'm still a champion. Time for the small guns, Kayla.
Time for the small guns. 28 gauge, my favorite gauge.
I mean, completely 12 gauge now. That's done. Never need to shoot that again.
It's over. You shot your first 25. You broke 49 out of 50.
Which I'm pretty happy about. That's
Thanks
close.
to your amazing coach. Just saying.
You got me like 95% of the way there.
John Barnes got you the rest of the way.
Well, I think he just gave me the confidence to not shoot as fast as you do.
Yeah.
Which is really fast.
I'm sorry. I see him fast. Break him fast.
Yeah, it's easier from down there, right?
Yeah.
Any tips for 28?
Shoot it the exact same way.
I mean, I went and got a gun that feels like a 12 gauge.
Yep. Carrier barrels.
Carrier barrels.
You're ready to go. Shoot
Yeah.
it the exact same way. Don't change anything. Don't rush your shots. Go through your pre-shot routine.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
25
Different fields. We like different
at
fields.
a time.
The first round with Sean's gun went smoothly. Everything felt in sync, and this gun felt like it was built for this game.
Pretty. In the middle.
The beauty of those 28s? Absolutely zero recoil, making this whole process of skeet shooting effortless. Walking away with a 24, I felt pretty solid going into round 2 with this small gun.
Not bad.
I feel like, slowly guys,
Something 24.
it would have been 24 if it was real.
By the second round, I'd settled into a rhythm. And when you do that and you start to feel confident with a gun, I swear down those targets look bigger and slower. Each hit confirming that theory. The 28 gauge competition of the week is pure fun. Enough challenge to keep you honest, but forgiving enough to keep you smiling and keep your scores up there. 2 rounds of 24 with a 28. I'll take that any day. Not perfect, but steady, confident, and a bit more proof that all the advice this week was finally sinking in. Some days, you don't need a 25 straight to feel like you've won. You just need to walk off the field grinning.
Welcome to the last day of World Skeet, the day where it is all going to be decided. The 410 day, the smallest of the guns. I might have a little go with one later, but today I'm going to be keeping my eyes on the fields with the best of the best. It's kind of exciting to watch. You can feel not their nerves, but you can feel there's a certain amount of tension, right? You're running a 4x going into a 5x with a world championship on the line. It is exciting, and I know that many of the sporting shooters out there don't get it, but I do implore you to come and give this a go, because it's an incredibly addictive sport once you get it. It's got some similarities in terms that we have a shotgun, but other than that, it's a game of perfection. We've heard that many a time. But it's a game of understanding how to take this target the easiest way possible, forgetting about it and then shooting the next one. And once you get into that rhythm, and I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there, there's a lot of self-discovery in skeet, because every mistake is your own, except in 410. Where it's all the caliber. Guys, let's go watch some action and find some breakfast. It's still early days.
The 410 is the hardest of them all. A tiny cartridge with just half an ounce of shot. There's no room for error and no forgiveness. And just to make it more interesting today, the quality of weather had gone down. A light wind danced across the complex. Not enough to call it a storm by far, but enough to shift every target by a few inches. At this level, that's all it takes. I took the chance this morning to sit on Vendors Row and watch the best in the business shoot their competitions. Watching targets turn to dust, I couldn't help wondering what the pattern of these guns actually looked like on paper. So I grabbed a set of barrels for the FBX with some Briley 410 tubes in and headed to the pattern board to find out. And the results were curious.
410 is considered the hardest because you're only allowed to shoot half an ounce of shot. And so I've borrowed John Barnes's barrels. I just watched him shoot a 98. Very nice to watch. And I'd borrowed his barrels to clip on here with his Briley tubes in with a 410. I'm going to throw it at the pattern plate and actually see how much of a disadvantage it is to have less than half of the pellets you do with the big gun. I don't really know what to expect, but we're going to find out.
Any 410 pattern testing makes you realize pretty quick that this caliber doesn't give you much to work with. If you miss by an inch, you miss completely. However, if you hit it, those pellets will do their job. Curious to know if what I'd seen was normal, I dropped back into Briley to speak with someone who knows more about patterns and skeet than most.
Thanks for lending those to me, mate.
Anytime. Now, we're going to have to do something. So, you ran your first 25 this year. I think you can run your first 100 and 410 next year.
You reckon that's an achievable thing? Because
It absolutely is.
you've got more chance than I thought. How many hundreds of 410 have you run?
I've never counted them, but it's been quite a few.
Okay. So, like, in my head, it's more of a psychological battle than a technical one. Once you've set it up with your chokes and the right shells to make sure you're shooting your pattern you're confident with, I'm guessing everyone complains about it. but it's not a huge disadvantage.
It's really not a huge disadvantage. If you have everything choked right and you're very confident in your equipment, like you said, that does make it easier. Now, you're playing with a lot less shot, so that's going to be more of a challenge.
But
it's a very, I mean, the psychological thing comes into play because even though everything we do, you know, you lengthen forcing cones, you get best equipment you can to reduce recoil. When you're shooting with no recoil with 410, that even messes with you. Because we're used to having recoil even in 28 gauge.
And certainly what I found through the week trying a load of the 12 gauges is it's finding one that recoils the right amount. Or at least changing it. The impulse then between first and second shot changes. And any change out there is bad, apparently.
It's definitely, most targets are missed by 6 inches between the ears. And it doesn't matter if it's 12 gauge or 410.
As John and many people had reminded me about this small gun, the proof isn't on the pattern paper, it's in the field. So he found 5 minutes in his busy schedule and took me up to one of the practice layouts to talk through the practical side of shooting a 410 in real life conditions.
I mean, this has gone downhill pretty quick, or uphill, depending on how you look at it. We're now at the skeet field, and we've got 2 different types. You said, go and get a different box of ammo, and you'll see something very different. I'm guessing in smaller gauges, from my limited experience, it matters so much more to have your setup perfect. There's so much less leeway.
It does. You're using a lot less shot, of course. And we want every single one of these pellets and these loads to be doing everything they possibly can. Give yourself every advantage that you can. So it's really important to have the correct chokes for the correct loads. And, you know, a lot of great ammunition manufacturers out there, they all make really good ammunition.
But it's all slightly different.
It is
Otherwise,
slightly
there'd only be one
different.
manufacturer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And especially in 410, this is the one that people play with the most. And you really need to have your chokes dialed in correctly in 410 if you want to have really good performance and be really confident in what you're using.
Well, I've patterned these Federals, about 26 inches at 20 yards. You're saying that these are going to be different again?
Those are going to end up patterning probably about 22 inches at 20 yards. And then
Which is a big difference.
It is a big difference.
It's a big difference. Like percentage-wise, it's a colossal difference.
It is, especially with the small patterns that we're dealing with here in a ½ ounce a shot.
And you're saying it can get even tighter with a different ammunition?
Yep. If you had some Remingtons in there as well, they would pattern a little bit tighter. And that's just through my gun. I know exactly how my gun shoots. It's going to track pretty close to the same way. And, you know, not to say one of the ammos is better than another.
They're different.
They're different.
We'd say horses for courses. I don't know if that kind of translates, but...
I don't speak proper English, I'm sorry.
Meaning you don't take a jumping horse on a flat race. You don't take a flat horse in a jumping race.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. It's horses for courses, right? If you're going to shoot something that patterns tighter, you have a more open choke. And we've done it, I've done it plenty of times with sporting, gone out and been like, I don't know what's going on today, but these aren't hitting as hard. And it's because I've decided just to take a different ammo, just even inside the same manufacturer, just a different speed. God, it's geeky.
It is, but you know, getting everything tuned in correctly, it can really make the big difference in performance.
Just shoot these.
You're going to have trouble fitting that in the tube set, though.
All right, what are we going to start with? A bit of both? Bit of both.
Sure, whatever you'd like.
It could be interesting, right? We'll start the round on the Winchesters, and then when we get about halfway, we'll change it. Because there's something you stuck with me, something you said stuck with me was, it's about seeing a break you like. Is it hitting it hard enough or too hard for you? Not something I worry about in sporting.
No, exactly. And I mean, at this, you really don't want to be choked too tight to where you're hitting targets overly hard. Because again, you want as much usable pattern as you can get that's still going to hit it hard enough to make you happy.
It's a wild kind of blend. In my head, cracking it in half's kind of nice. But it's not a confidence boost, which I've also discovered is real happy to keep you aggressive.
Exactly. It'll put questions in your head if you're cracking them in half. I mean, it's great to crack them in half because they're dead. But
just yeah, with a 410, I think cracking it in half is going to be a great start. Pull, pull, pull. It's so nice.
See, it hits them just like a 12 gauge.
It really does. I know that they're in perfect distance, but
they make the shells red just like the 12 gauges.
To make you realise that it's the same gun. Pull.
Nothing to it.
Easy peasy, but and I'm aware you're not supposed to throw these on the floor because these
It doesn't matter. Oh. Perfect.
Yeah, amazing how easy it is when you've missed one.
Yeah, but now you forgot the lesson from the other day because you hadn't stopped the gun. You were still moving back towards this house when you called. So you were still moving this way when you called pull.
I do that quite often in sporting. I just guess I was trying to get it overdone. You break the first one so easy. I was like, God, this is easy. God, I'm good after a few days of this.
Pull. Pull.
It will be interesting at this point to go to something that patterns slightly less tight, because these Winchesters absolutely crush them. And the Federals, I'm guessing, will get a few more chips, and you'd want more choke.
With these chokes, you might get a few more chips with the Federals. They're still probably going to hit them pretty well.
I mean, I hope so.
But they do tend to pattern a little bit more open through these barrels.
Through these barrels. Oh. Different gravy, they still break, but it is a different kind of break. I know we're on the Pake 4.
It is, it's just a little bit different. And that's where it comes into play, where you're going to tune it to what's going to work for the ammunition that you like to use in your gun.
At breaks you want, with your shooting style, the shooting speed and cadence.
Pull.
Pull. Pull. That was
perfect. Oh, it was right there.
We don't mind the odd one that's held up on the wind. Makes me feel real fast.
Pull.
Pull.
Perfect.
We want that wide pattern there, son. I'm definitely a 2 cartridge guy. It was the wrong cartridge.
So you're learning to throw in the proper excuses for this game.
I hate it. I'm giving up. It's been my bogey target of the week. I swear down. There you go.
Perfect.
That felt better.
Pull.
You hold out real nice. That makes some sense to me.
Yeah, hold out a little bit, and then I roll my eyes back into the window.
And it literally connect and pull the trigger.
It does. I mean, I hold pretty well level with the top of the window on this side and just outside the house, and I'm perfectly in line to take it wherever I need to.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Barnes, for everything this week.
Oh, you're welcome.
I genuinely didn't think that I would leave this event angry that I only shot a 23 with my only 410 round. In the knowledge that I can now actually do better. And I wouldn't be able to do that without people's help, but very much on those.
You'll be ready for the next time. I mean, it's close. Just a little bit of fine tune and you'll be smashing them.
I think a little bit of discipline. I think I need like a big stick every time I break the rules of cadence, focus.
Maybe a little bit of that. Yeah, have your gun stopped, not moving opposite the direction of the target when you call for the target. That might be one factor.
That's logical. Not on my strong suits. Just more of a creative man, you know. Just trying a new creative style. All right, thank you very much. I guess time for shoot-offs, yeah?
Absolutely, a little later today.
Has any of the big boys shot 100 straight yet?
Not that I've seen yet, because I think most all of them were on later rotations.
I guess they want to know what they're going up against when they go out.
Oh, hopefully not. Some people can do that. I never look at the scores till I'm done. Let them fall where they lie.
Certainly in a game like this, right, where it's just skeet. They're just targets.
Yep.
Just 2 of them. All right, let's get back to work. You've been up there in front of people a lot. You've shot hundreds, you've shot 400s, you've shot everything. I am only at the point in my career where I get to the end of 25 and it will fall apart at the end. How do you hold it together in long?
You have to look at it as you're still just shooting the same target that you've been shooting the whole time. You know, whether it's your first 100, second 100, first 25, you know, everyone's shooting the exact same target. Targets are going to the exact same spot every time. You're shooting them from the exact same position every time. So you have to break it down and just get the outside pressures away from what you're doing and just focus on the task at hand and just break the target.
It's interesting, right? And we put a lot of stake on that target.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
literally doesn't matter.
No.
We're not playing for $1 million here.
No,
it's just,
not at all.
It's a fun game.
Exactly. Well, I'm a big golf fan, so a lot of times I'll tell myself, like, this isn't the Masters. You're not going to get a green jacket for this.
I mean, this is literally like the Masters of
this is the yes, absolutely, absolutely. And to us, it means just as much as it would to the Scotty Scheffler or whoever that's winning at the time. But Rory, Rory. I guess he wins too sometimes. But the world goes on. It's okay to lose. It's not the end of the world.
And it's okay to win too.
Absolutely. But it's not worth beating yourself over it and making yourself depressed over it. And I've dealt with that at times where I just put so much pressure on myself to win. And you can lose and still be happy at the end of the day. Focus on good performances. Sometimes your best performance won't always win, but if you did the best you can, put the best performance you could together, then you just got to be happy with that. And just enjoy it either way. And know you're giving everything that you have. As long as you're giving everything you have, then that's all you can do.
2 498s out of 500 is incredible. And today was a hard day for shooting skeet.
Certainly, a little wind out there, shooting a 410. So half ounce of shots, all the guys had. But 498 certainly a strong score.
Yeah, really not bad. And what are the two guys like?
So we got Dan Jones and Cale Bradham, both former world champions, so they should be able to handle the pressure. But they're going to be shooting a regulation round here to start missing out by target. So
missing out by target?
By target, so.
That's tough.
Yeah, pressure's on a little bit more, but if they're able to complete that, then they'll be shooting 3, 4, and 5 doubles. And
it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Very exciting. And then later this evening, I think we have 9 397s that'll be shooting off for third place. So a great day of shoot-offs here at the World Skeet Championships. So it'll be a fun, exciting final day.
Definitely going to be good.
Yeah.
All right. And then one last night of saying goodbye to everyone.
That's right.
That's sad.
Right.
By that final evening, all eyes are on the high overall shoot-off, the one that would decide the 500 target main event world champion. With 2 men tied on 498 breaks out of 500 targets, the crowd pressed against the railings, whispering, watching, and waiting. The silence before the shot was mesmerizing, the tension in that stadium, incredible. HOA shoot-offs are decided not just by skeet doubles, but by a round of skeet singles with a 410 first. The first of the 2 shooters walked onto Station 2, crushing the high 2 single and missing that low 2. There was an audible groan from the stands. Nobody who's into skeet wants to see a miss. Everybody who's into skeet wants to see their competitors successful. With the last pair crushed, the second man stepped in, called for the birds, and broke them one by one. That was it. After 5 days and 500 targets, in walked Cale Bradham, the new World Skeet champion.
Hey, that was so... This is the best watching game when it gets to this stage.
Oh yeah, to this stage it is. Yeah, up to this stage it sucks, but yeah.
HOA World Champ 2025 World Skeet. How's it feel?
Glory to God. This has been, I won my first World Championship as a gauge title in 2015, and to win the whole thing 10 years later, it's a blessing. Just God has blessed me in so many ways with this, with an awesome, supportive wife that's never asked any questions about this, a great coach, a great gun sponsor. I can't even put it into words, man.
Just, again, even to watch it was incredible. It must have been some pressure and you held it together just beautifully, man.
Man, thank you.
You held it together all week as well.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure.
Other than this being the highlight, what's the highlights this week?
I won the Mini World 410. I didn't shoot very good up until the 410 of the Mini World, and won that. That put some confidence into me, and ran 100 in doubles. That put me at shooting 4 100s in doubles this year and only missing 3 targets. So it was a really good way to cap it off, and just being I knew I was the only person 500 straight with the doubles going into the 410. That was cool. Yeah, man, it's just been a week of highlights. Seeing one of my best friends, one of my shooting friends, Houston Desitels, win 2, and then I won 2 today. You know, it's just been great. It's always great to see new people win as well. I was runner-up to Rocky Romo in the 12 gauge.
Yeah.
That was
He shot
awesome.
lights out.
Oh man, he was
Lights out in that shoot-off.
There's still smoke hanging in the air from what he was doing. It was great. It was great, and it was great to just be put in that position again. I haven't been in that position in 6 years. I had to quit after a couple of years, and I ended up shooting a little bit of sporting clays, and that actually helped me with my skeet.
Came to the dark side.
I came to the dark side, yeah. Learned some stuff watching those guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Johnny.
Would you fancy doing it again?
Oh yeah.
Do you feel like you need a year off now?
No. I've done that before, and man, I missed, while I was gone a couple of years, I missed the people. I missed the camaraderie.
You're kind of coming back next year and...
I think I have to.
Keep going strong.
I think I have to.
Right. Congratulations.
Thank you, Johnny.
That's a hell of a title,
Thank
a hell
you,
of an
Johnny.
achievement. I think
Thank you.
everyone here is equally happy for you.
Thank you.
This is why this game's so beautiful.
Oh man, yeah. And by the way, love your channel, love your work.
Thank you, mate.
So.
It's like almost 10% the talent you guys have got.
Oh no, there's talent involved.
As the sun went down on the last day, the shoot-offs kept rolling. The lights came on, with shooters, families, and friends watching the last few battles of the week. And after watching Bailey take the ladies 410 title, we took the chance to congratulate her and ask a final question of the week.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
410 champ.
For the ladies, yes sir.
Yeah, but still pretty impressive because you still shot pretty much straight.
Yes, I had a 99 today.
That's pretty incredible.
Thank you.
How's it feel to be up there?
Feels good. It's been a really busy week, a really exciting week. It was nice to start the week with a 99 and to get a Ladies World Championship for doubles and to finish with a Ladies World Championship for 410. So I didn't anticipate that, and I'm just extremely excited.
It's pretty fun stuff, isn't it?
It is.
It's way more fun than I thought it would.
It is. It's a game that looks really easy, but because it is so easy to hit all of the targets, you think, oh, I should be able to do that every single time.
And you need to.
And you need to.
All the time.
To do well out here, but when you don't, it kind of lights a fire under you, and you're like, well, next time I'm going to go hit every single one. And then it just hooks you at that point, and you never stop shooting skeet.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
It's great to see y'all.
Until next year.
Until next year. Thank you.
Go and have a refreshing cup of drink.
It's Bailey's kind of attitude that makes Skeet what it is. Buzzing with energy, smiling with gratitude, but still humble. It's that energy, that mix of nerves, joy, and community that makes this sport so addictive. Skeet is a game of perfection. It's a game of chasing that perfect score. But those who do it know that it's about so much more than that. It's about the people, the places, and the little moments in between. The banter, the laughter, the support. It's a family, and one that welcomes anyone who's willing to give it a go. I came here to the 2025 World Skeet to understand this game at a deeper level, and I think I found it. It's not just breaking clays, it's understanding the process and belonging to something that's a bit bigger than yourself. And honestly, I can't wait to come back and do it all again.
Thank you for watching TGS Outdoors. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. This channel would not be possible without the support of our amazing sponsors. They've supported the channel for a long time. We only work with people we love and whose product we trust. If you want to support the channel too, make sure you check out channel memberships. There's early access content, there's some pretty cool exclusive release content.
My view is you never want to let the bird get past you because you can't see under your gun.
And occasionally we go clay shooting together. We just appreciate your support. Even if you can't, your view is great. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.